Well, one of America's favorite foods is pizza, and it's also one of the most competitive sectors of the American marketplace. Common wisdom says that there's no room for the moms and pops of the world in the land of the giants like Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, Domino's, Papa John's. You know the list. In tonight's edition of our weekly feature, American Dreamers, we spotlight one local pizza restaurant that's doing the impossible in more ways than one. They're taking on the big boys, and they're doing it in one of South Dakota's smallest towns.
I'm Brian Lintz with Lintz Brothers Pizza, and this is my American dream.
If you were to ask someone the secret for perfect pizza dough, they might tell you it's in the water or maybe the flour. But in the Black Hills of South Dakota, those who know this story might tell you the most important ingredient for really good pizza is a 1977 Chevy Impala.
It was a 77 Chevy Impala. The mufflers were falling off. It was a horrible car, but it was a free car, and it was from my grandparents. I loved it. And I came home off of a 2-week basketball trip, and my car, which my grandparents had bought, was gone.
For that heartbroken teenager named Brian Lintz, that empty spot in the driveway, his first car traded to a family friend for a pizza dough recipe, would prove the stuff of destiny.
It was kind of a trade for the car, for the pizza recipe, and didn't really know back then that I was going to end up using it again years later, but we did, we have.
A recipe that, along with a lot of hard work and some really good deals along the way, like a walk-in cooler purchased for $1.
So I started going to restaurant auctions, and I was able to pick up little pieces here and there, some big pieces here and there. Our first oven for this location came out of the East North Street Pizza Hut for pennies on the dollar of what we could get it elsewhere.
Are allowing Lintz Brothers Pizza to do something the experts said could never be done.
How was your pizza?
Very good, thank you.
Turning out pizza so good,
best pizza we had today.
It's worth a drive to a small town to get it.
We pull as far north as Wyoming.
What did you think of the pizza?
I thought it was excellent.
I've delivered 40 pizzas at one time up to Spearfish.
Pizza good enough, it famously beat the national chains and everybody else in a March Madness-style contest for taste.
There was 32 nominations. They took the top 16 and then made a bracket. But we were able to take the lead on them and win the Starch Madness.
Pizza's so delicious that even people from across the nation are happy to leave their mark.
Because we run out of pins, as you can see, I don't have any up right now. As fast as I can put them up, they're going up on here.
Making Lintz Brothers Pizza a soon-to-be world-famous household name, with plans to add more stores and more towns, or make that small towns to the list.
We're pretty world-famous right now, and it's funny, especially when we go out with our T-shirts. People see us and they know us. It's a fun thing to have.
And doing it all without ever forgetting the good things and the good people.
I am the owner. I'm Brian Lintz.
And that one really awful car that helped make it happen.
Just for people to be able to come down here and see what I grew up with and be able to experience a small town, get out of the big city, and have a great home-cooked meal. I'm Brian Lintz with Lintz Brothers Pizza, and this is my American dream.
And yes, Steve Miller and Rockin' Me right there, top of the charts way back in 1977, same year as that famous Chevy Impala. How time flies. And you were looking there at the flaming German Samoan pizza. That's a Lintz Brothers signature concoction. It has Canadian bacon and pineapple, the normal Hawaiian pizza, but then he had sauerkraut and jalapenos along with that. No, I know what you're thinking, but it's absolutely fantastic. It's my personal favorite. Brian Lintz plans to open 5 new restaurants in the next 5 years with a possible location. Get this, at Al's Oasis on the river in Oklahoma. That's in the works as well. And if you have someone that you'd like to nominate to be an American Dreamer, you can find us on Facebook. Send us a nomination. We're looking for small business owners with unique stories that are emblematic of the American dream, and you can send in your suggestions at our Facebook page. You just might see them right here on News Center 1. That's News Center 1 at Facebook.com.